Hey everyone, this is your main man, Baby Sass. So today I am here because I want to ask you guys a couple of questions. Question number one: Is it or is it not okay to steal someone's identity to put electricity for something that they never had? Because let me give you a little context. So, about 5 years ago to this date, I was with a company called Unicap Solutions. Now, I don't care if I shouldn't say their name or not. I'm putting them in a video that potentially could get them in bigger trouble than they need to be. But you know what? Fuck them. So, let's say about 5 years, 6 years, somewhere around that time, they gave me an apartment, 5502 Old Dover Boulevard. Now, this is a disability company too. I'm making it public knowledge now that they stole from me multiple times. Not even once or twice, multiples. So this company is so bad and notoriously bad that they made their own employees sign a paper saying that they will not receive overtime. Now, that has nothing to do with me, right? You would think. But I'm thinking this might be retaliation for what I said I wouldn't do. So they claimed that I owed them $600 of back rent. Now, I'm no genius, but if I owed you $600 of back rent, you're going to have me sign a paper. Now, if I don't, then I don't. So, that's kind of something. But here's the thing: when you deal with people with disabilities, you should be held to a higher standard, especially when sending strangers to their house when they're no longer with you. You should not be able to send strangers from another company to someone's house by using their information. Now, don't get me wrong. And this company's name is called Immaculate. They sent a stranger after getting my information from Unicap Solutions LLC. I'm putting a full fucking name because I'm pissed off about this. I called the Indiana Disability Rights Company. I called everyone they told me to call: FBI and police. And they all say the same thing: oh, there's nothing we can do. So you're telling me, and please tell me in the comments if there's anything you guys think of besides doing what I've done, and everything else can be done. So what you're telling me is that it's okay to steal people's identities as long as they pay it back. That's what you're stating. Because they stole my identity by not having my permission. And they continuously used it without my permission. Now, I was no longer with this company in 2022. And they still continuously done it all the way up to 2025. Now, here's the thing. They knew I have audio, I have photos, I have everything that could prove without a reasonable doubt that they did it on purpose. Maybe there was some kind of retaliation. Maybe it was something else. Now, I'm no genius, but I'm pretty sure that nobody in their right mind should be able to use your information to do anything. I left that company on 3 reasons. One, My roommate tried slicing his own fucking hand or wrists. Now, that was at 2619 Abbey Drive. Second apartment. The guy threatened me with 22s and so many different guns. Called psychopath. Yeah. Third apartment. The kid was literally only eating fucking raviolis. You don't fucking just feed someone only raviolis. That's unhealthy. And then put the icing on top. They forged your signature. That's not criminal act? What is? If these people are so fucking well protected for stealing your identity, for stealing things that matter to you, if they can get away with it by just paying it, what does that say about what us people with disabilities have? What do we have then? No security, no backup, no nothing. They use your information for what they want and then they screw you. Well, guess what? Times have to change. You have to think what's best for these people with disabilities. Is stealing their identity okay? Is that what the law is saying? That stealing identity of people with disabilities is okay? Because I have epilepsy. I have developmental delay, bipolar, whatever. Whatever's out there, I probably got it. But you know what? I wouldn't steal someone's identity and put my address that's currently my, work address right there on the paperwork. Now, I'm no genius, but if someone steals my identity, I'm going to do something way worse if the courts don't. The courts have only two options that I'm going to really give. Give me justice for what they have done. Or second, UniCab's not going to live for much longer. UniCab ain't going to be a building for much longer. I don't care what I say because they ain't going to be around. None of them. How I would do it, I'll never tell. Wanna know why? Because I'm going to make sure that the building does not stand. I'm going to make sure that I take away all the support that that company has by tearing them brick by brick, piece by piece, layer by layer. I will make sure somehow, some way, in some miraculous, fucked up, genius way, that they are held accountable and legally accountable. Whether that means I gotta tear them down, grab them by the nuts, I don't care what I gotta do. But I'll make sure that they are taken down. And when they are taken down, they're gonna not know what happened. Because not only did you violate my privacy, you violated so many privacy acts, I can't even fucking count it. You sent strangers to my goddamn home. I don't care who you are, what you think I owe you, but know this. I will burn your goddamn credentials to the ground if you ever send a stranger or anyone else to my home again. I will make sure that you do not survive what befalls. Because I will make sure by law and by any means legally that what you receive is a nice ass whooping. Your building will crumble before you. Your job credentials will go bye-bye. And any self-respecting person out there who knows anything about these people, or if you plan on putting your child or anybody else in those places, don't. Waste. It's a waste. They'll steal your kid's identity. They'll steal anything they can to get a little bit of money. And make sure they have a fucking anti-harassment policy put in place. Please. Please. Because if not, they will harass you. They sent strangers to my home. I'm pretty sure they've done it to everyone else. And by the way, nice name calling these people the Black Connections. Really shows how much they really fucking do know. Because when you're sending strangers from one company to another, and that kind of shows that you have no self-respect and privacy. Now, when I sign those papers, I ain't signing a paper stating, oh, you can give it to whoever the fuck you want. I didn't sign a paper saying, you can hand it out to 90 different companies and have them call me and text me and come to my fucking front doorstep. Because let me make something very clear, and I want your lawyer to even know this. By legal means, you guys committed a fucking crime. Now, if the courts won't do nothing, if the Indiana Disability Rights companies won't do nothing, if no one will do nothing, because all you guys are a bunch of fucking pansies about this, I don't care about any of you. I'll make sure that they pay. I will make sure that what they feel makes it 10 times worse than what they've done. Because they won't have nothing to feel when I'm done with them. I am not making a threat. I am making sworn promises that if the courts don't do nothing, because I want them to do something, because I find it highly offensive in so many ways that they can send people to my home, and when I ask for simple paperwork to prove that they're not trying to steal my money when they're my payees, and they said I have to get a court order because I'm not allowed to have access to that account even though I'm no longer with them. I find that highly offensive, Old National Bank. I find it highly offensive in so many ways, because if they steal my money, how am I going to prove anything if you won't help me? Oh, that's right, because they're my payee. Well, guess what? Fuck them. You know what? How about this? I drag you down along with them for one, knowing that there's probably fraud going on. I'll take you down with them. I don't mind. And as I'm literally asking you for paperwork, you're telling me I have to have a fucking... No, I shouldn't have to have any documentation to show you. I should be able to show you my ID, get the documentation that I want, and get the fuck out. Not wait, not have an hour, not any of that. Now, legally, maybe now, I can't do nothing. But what about after the court and the courts don't do nothing? So, let me show you a little preview of what I have planned for them when they don't do anything. One, I don't give a fuck what the courts say. If the courts won't do nothing, because these people went into my life and tore it apart. If the courts don't do anything, I'm going to do something much worse to them. And trust me, when I go on a warpath, and I'm much more diabolical than a lot of people give me credit for, because I'm going to make sure that they pay what I want. So it's either A, you do the right thing. Let these people and me have justice for the amount of bullshit that they put me through. Or B, if the courts really won't do nothing because they feel like, oh, it's, they already paid for it and whatnot, then I'm going to take justice into my hands. And when I have justice into my hands, it's not going to look pretty for anybody. Because I'm telling you right now, I don't give a fuck what the courts want. If they tell me to stay away 500 yards, I'm going up 60 yards. No. This isn't fair to people. Okay, you're talking about a normal person. If a normal person gets scammed, they're allowed to get justice. But if a person with disabilities gets scammed, like I have, then there's no justice to be had. Because it was legal. No, motherfuckers, no. It was not legal. What they did was illegal, unethical, and disturbing. At the same time, they gave away my home address, my phone number, my everything. I don't feel comfortable knowing that people know my phone number, my home address, or anything. So what I'm going to do, and I'm going to give the courts a chance to do what they need to do. And I'm going to be patient, and I'm going to wait for my court date, and I'm going to make sure that everything goes perfect, and I'm going to show them all my evidence, even the part where they admit on record, on audio, that they have fucked up. When I told them I was recording, of course, too, where they admit on audio that they're fucked up. I have a full recording. I don't know how to tamper with shit like that, so never even tampered with it. So, you know what? I think like this. A few people coming up missing, I had nothing to do with it. Wanna know why? Because I ain't gonna have no involvement. Wanna know why? Because they won't exist in the first place. I'll make sure of that. Be like they never even happened. Because I'm gonna be playing this smart. Let it go for a few years. Take them down. Brick by brick. Lie by lie. And piece by piece. I'm going to have so much evidence that it'll make anybody cry under the stand. I'm going to have so much fun ripping the heart, ripping the brains out of them that their fucking bodies won't be able to stand up when the judge says, I award you this amount of money. Because what they did was highly unethical. And when I pour out that I called the Indiana Disabilities Rights people, and they won't even do nothing because they paid the fucking bill. The bill don't mean shit. They didn't pay it because they wanted to. They paid it because they had to. That doesn't mean that their crime should be erased. Their crime should be permanently put on a list of people who would steal from other people. That's what they've done. They stole from me. Now, I'm not wanting their money. I'm wanting justice served. That's all I want, justice. Them paying that bill was not justice. That's giving them the freedom that they're asking for. Them paying that little bit of $600 doesn't shut down what they done in my head. It only makes me crave for more justice than what there's even getting. They're giving me very little justice. What the fuck does... They made my credit score go down from a 700 to a 600 overnight. And then when they paid it, it went up by 50 points. 50 points! That's not the 700 that I had. I'm a disgruntled fucking previous person who went through these people and they took advantage of me. Now, I'm no genius, but when someone takes advantage of you, does that make you feel secured? Even though they make you sign all the paperwork saying that your files or your name and everything is secured with them only? No. It makes you feel insecure, violated in so many ways than one, that you just want to murder these people. Now, I'm not saying I'll murder them. No. I'm not saying I'll murder them. But I'll make sure that what they have done, I'm exposing these people for what they have done to people. For what they have not only done to me, but probably others who have disabilities. I'm wanting to expose them. Because they have done something so wrong, so mean, so cruel, that when people look them up, I want them to know they hurt so many people. Because it doesn't have to just be me. How many other people with disabilities have they wronged? And they have just gotten away with it. It can't be just one person. If they've done it to me, how many others before I left? How many others? Name it. Now, if you're someone who has been wronged by Unicab Solutions LLC, you know what, contact me down below in the comments, because I would love to hear how they wronged you. Whether you're in Indy or you're in Fort Wayne, these people have wronged. Or you're with another company that is connected to these people. I would like to hear your story so that we could probably compare notes and take them down. Because God knows they have more than one company that they probably wronged a lot of people with. I think one of them SkyPoint or BrightPoint or something like that. If you belong to any of those companies, please let me know in the comments below. Say how they wronged you. Let's get a collective lawsuit going against them. Let's get and make sure that these people are brought to justice. Because if not, who's going to do it? How are they able to still get away with shit and everybody's okay with it? So if you're a previous person who was with them and they fucked you over, please, I'll be waiting in the comments if anybody wants to share their story, or if they know of any other companies that have done this and got away with it. All because people think it's okay. If you think that that's not okay, and that people with disabilities should have far more resources than what they're giving out right now, leave a comment below. Just leave anything that is possibly a resemblance to this below. Thumbs up. Anything. I am probably not the first. I'm probably not going to be the last person that does this. But I'm wanting people to be aware. Unicap Solutions is a scam. Immaculate Disability Company is probably with them on top of the scam. And Beloved Shepherd, I'm sorry, but you're also a scam. Because how do you get my information before I give it to you? No way. No way, no how. No. They even have an updated phone number from me. There's no way they got my updated phone number from 8 months. Yeah, no way in hell. So I'm wanting people to know these people all connected in some way. If any of you know how, place it in the comments below. This is going to help my investigation, and it'll bring these people into justice. These people need to face the consequences of stealing people's identities and ripping them away from them, to make them feel insecure about what they've done. They need to face it, because you may be helping more people than you know, or give the credit to you. Thank you.